This is a brief introduction to the Adobe Creative Cloud, also called Adobe CC. In the past, Adobe software could be downloaded and purchased individually or in bundles called the Adobe Suites. Based on video, based on print, or on web productions, different software applications were included. A user landed then up with all these different applications installed on his or her hard drive and was able to use them as needed. Now Adobe has made pretty much all of their software, or at least their most popular software applications, available in the Creative Cloud. It is based on an annual subscription mode where you would pay per month or per year, and giving you access to all of these popular Adobe applications. Rather than downloading all of them, a user can now download individual applications as they are needed. As a student or a faculty member, you will go through a sign up and application process, and as a verification you have to use an educational institution email address. Once the sign up process is completed, a new user can then log in to the Creative Cloud and has now access to this control panel. The Files folder allows for the online storage of projects, upload of projects, or also the sharing of projects with other users. And that part, that's really what would be called the cloud part, where files are stored online, similar to Dropbox or Google Docs or other applications. In the Download Center, this is now where all the individual software applications, traditionally bundled as Adobe Suites, are now available here for individual download and usage. So as for example, assignments would come up in Photoshop or video related, a user can now download the individual application and therefore not fill up a perhaps smaller hard drive with unnecessary programs that are not needed at this point. There's also a great learning center attached with many screen tutorials explaining the different applications in more details. Included also in the Creative Cloud application are also 5 different hosting options for websites. That option will be covered in a different tutorial. I encourage everyone to review all the provided videos and tutorials to get to know the cloud in more detail. Once one of these software applications is actually downloaded, they do reside on that particular computer's hard drive and just can be launched traditionally as there were always other versions before were able to be launched. As far as I know, Adobe allows the download of any of these applications to 2 different computers, regardless whether they're Windows, PC or Mac computers. There's also a Creative Cloud desktop access icon that can be installed, which then creates a little bit of an easier access to these applications. Here is what this particular launch application looks like. You have, similarly then to the actual website, you have the individual applications that can be downloaded and installed, and also the files sharing options, as well as additional options on fonts and so forth. Very important, especially during the download of these individual applications, that a user is connected with a good high-speed connection to the internet. In general, any of these Adobe applications are very memory and resource intensive. That means whether it's a PC or Apple computer, it is important that it has a newer operating system and plenty of hard drive space, a fast processor, and ideally 4 or more gigabytes of RAM. Adobe does provide here an overview of operating systems. It has to be at least Windows 7 or 8, and the Mac OS 10.7, 10.8. These would be some of the basic requirements. Without that, the applications will not run. This provides a brief overview of the individual Adobe software applications that are contained in the cloud. Again, for clarification, the name cloud mainly refers to the ability to store files online, to access them from anywhere, and also to share them with other users. Beyond that, the download process and then the usage of these different applications is pretty much traditional, as they get installed on an individual's hard drive, and from there they're being started up. Thank you for watching.